Team, let me know.
All right, you're good. You're good, sir.
Great. Thank you. Sorry for the delay, guys. Appreciate everybody coming on this evening. Let's see, we've got our meeting agenda, so I'll call to order the May 16th, 2022 Public Art Meeting. So thank you, everybody, for attending this evening, and thank you for accommodating online meeting today, as I did fall ill last week and didn't want to be around anyone. So I'm sure you probably appreciate that. I'll feel much, much better today, though. So hopefully next time we'll be together live. All right. First thing is to get a approval of the meeting minutes from our last meeting, which was March 21st, 2022. So could I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right. And a second?
Yep, second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, and the meeting minutes passed. Thank you. All right, Taylor, any update from your perspective for the town liaison report?
Sure. So I'm sure we all know that everything's busy. So there are many jobs that are open within the town of Apex, especially within Parks and Recreation and Cultural Resources. And so you'll be seeing lots of new faces that'll be coming around, lots of good team members that are being added. So that is really good. If there are any changes or anyone that you guys need to meet, I will let you know, but you're good to go. But always like to keep you in the loop for our department because it's such an integral role for this committee.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you for that. And let's see, anything else to add?
Nothing else in this section.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
definitely
okay.
get chatting later.
For sure. All right. And then same on the chairperson's report. I'll just save my comments on whatever is kind of going on when we get into the old business. All right. So we'll move to public comment. And I don't think there's public on this forum. And so we'll go to old business. First one is the sculpture walk. So they're all in. Hopefully everyone's at least seen some of them. And if not, taking the entire walk. Please encourage you to do so. Bring a friend or many, and encourage others to do it as well. And vote, please. We have gotten only a few votes, so we need a lot more in order to make it more, I guess, meaningful, you might say. We do about another month with the vote being open. So yeah, encourage your friends and folks that can go out enjoy the walk and to vote. Any thoughts, comments from anybody at the moment? Anything you want to add to that, Taylor, or anyone else?
I know that the, just in case anyone's interested, the appraiser, I sent her all of the images of the works and she is finalizing her appraisal for our current show. And so that will be finalized this week. And the main purpose of that is for insurance reasons and making sure that the prices and value of that, each piece is correct and, whatnot. So that'll be finalized this week and we'll have that signed and in hand by the end of the week. And like you said, voting is important. So spread the word. And if we have ideas of how to get that shared, we are open for what that looks like. We want to get more votes.
All right. Good stuff.
Are we going to have some? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead.
Can we get some? I know last year we had some flyers that were like 11 by 17 posters, or maybe they were a little bit smaller. I'd be happy to take those around to downtown shops if we can get something like that. And I can, of course, I think we shared the cultural resources post, but I think probably just highlighting a different piece every week would be good. I think I have pictures of all of them from what Tom shared. Maybe we can just do a post each week and just kind of highlight. When does the voting end?
About mid-June, June 17th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So maybe 2 a week or something, just to get people sharing
Yeah,
it, or
that's a
just
great
some-
idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll make
and we
some
do
of
have those. We do have those posters made. Yeah, so the form is made. We just gotta, I guess, print them out and get them out there. So that's a
Okay.
good reminder. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I can print out some flyers if you want to pick them up at the Halley anytime
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds good. I'll make sure I get them printed tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks.
Is there an article coming out in the Southeast? I forget what it's, Southwest Apex Carry thingy. I know that we had an article in last year's.
Yeah, we did. I'd spoken to marketing, and we talked about doing some of those, but I don't know what the status of that is and what the timing of that would be. But I do kind of need to follow up with them just to find out, kind of what's going on. But so there's none that I know that's in the queue yet, but we did talk about doing that again. So I'll follow up.
It'd be cool if we could stick the QR code in the article somehow.
Yeah, that's a great idea too.
I can post it on Nextdoor.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, thanks.
It'd probably be good to do Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have the password to do it. I've tried.
I'll do the posts for the Facebook
Yeah,
and the
thanks.
Instagram.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank
Can
you.
you share those passwords too? Because I think Ethan had like the master doc with them before, unless we changed them since then.
I think we did.
I think it's still the same. I don't know. I
really?
still have access, so somehow I still have it.
Somehow you got it. Well, that's good. You have the
Somehow
power.
I got current.
Yeah.
I'll
Great.
see if I can send them to you guys.
Yeah,
All right, that works.
thanks.
Thanks.
That's cool. Thank you. And then just to keep everybody informed on the uphill battle, which is the one near the skate park. I just heard back from Ethan. He's got about 3 more weeks of work that he's doing to restore that and kind of make it like new. And so hopefully we'll see that popping up in about mid-June as well. So back in position. So yeah, if anyone's asking or you're wondering yourself, that's what's happening there. Quick question to you, Taylor, on the signage. I know we were having some different signage coming in. Any status on that?
You're muted.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I keep going on and off and typing all of our notes, so I'm trying not to hear the typing in our
It's like,
recording. I'm sorry. I do not have a time frame for that right now. I'm hoping to have a little bit more of an estimate for delivery by our next meeting.
okay. All right. That's fine. And then, so Ethan had thought about some language change, so we still have time to get that in then, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, very good. All right, anything else on the sculpture walk? All right, good stuff. Unity mural. So we're rolling full steam ahead on that. Got to a kind of a certain point where we had some design concepts that were floated past the chief and mayor and council members, and then the council is doing a little extra work on the project, and so they're going to collectively put their input in, and so hopefully we'll be getting that back in the next week or two, and then it depending on what feedback comes in there and how many concepts that is, and if there's a lot of back and forth with the artist, then we can hopefully turn it around pretty quickly. We were hoping to be painting in June. It's still a possibility. If not, it'll probably be July, August type of time frame. So it's not that far out in the future. We're getting pretty close finally, which is terrific. And but we're waiting on some additional feedback from the council. So once we get that, then we'll have something we can share more broadly with the entire team, and then be able to hopefully take those next steps in the next 1 to 2 months. Anything else on that, Taylor, that you've heard that maybe I haven't heard?
That is all what's up to date.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, great. And we are intending to use the entirety of the wall, including the part that comes back towards the street too. So it's going to be a pretty big and impressive mural once we get it rolling. So, and once it does get rolling, and we'll have the schedule of dates where we can provide support if you're interested in coming out and applying a little paint. So we'll invite you all to do that as part of the project. So yeah, hopefully that'll happen June, probably into July.
I think Lafayette had something to say, and I apologize if I'm incorrect. Oh, we can't hear you. Mm-mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering again about the Unity mural. What was the duration of the project, regardless of the start time?
As far as how long it will take to paint?
Yeah.
3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody asked me, and I wasn't exactly sure.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either. It's in that range though, and it, a lot of weather dependent.
Okay.
And then also how much participation. At certain stages, it actually can help the process or can speed pieces along, but then at some stage it does not anymore. So that can actually drag it out a little bit more. So it's it's a little balance. Okay.
Great, thanks.
Sure. Any other questions or comments on it at this point? All right, next one up then. Next topic was Peak Fest. This is just a really quick update just to let you know that there was a Parks and Rec booth. And then, so I did go down and spend most of the day at Peak Fest talking to people about the sculpture walk. We had some nice poster size stuff. So we used that as part of the park tent. So it wasn't kind of on its own. So it worked well in that it got people that were talking about parks and the new master plan and that kind of thing, and they kind of flowed over, and then vice versa as well, so that people who were interested in art then started talking about parks things also. Probably spoke to, I don't know how many, over 100 people. A lot of really great feedback, very positive feedback from people. Some, many had no idea that this was ever done last year or this. So it's interesting, especially when you're standing right next to one of the sculptures and you kind of turn, you go, and there's one right there. And they're like, oh. So, you do need to get out. And even when we might think, we've told people things several times, there's a lot going on in people's lives. And this is not maybe top of mind for people. So I think as much as we can continue to tell the story and share ideas and ask people for input and thoughts, I think it's just helpful, for the program going forward. Okay.
They do kind of sneak up on you.
That's right. They do, no doubt. All right, so that's it really on the Peak Fest piece. Let's see, Earth Fest. So Ewan, did you have an opportunity to do anything there, or any feedback from that from an art perspective?
Yeah, I did a little. I got some photos. Sorry, I'm getting lots of phone traffic. So yeah, I did. I set up a spot to have people draw little crosswalks and got some photos of the various crosswalks people drew. Yeah, I mean, it was mostly kids, and so there was a lot of scribbles of sunshines and all sorts of great stuff. But I mean, people were enjoying themselves. The whole festival was amazing. It was really great. I did end up helping out a lot with other stuff. So it was kind of it was hard for me to stay focused on it. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good event.
Great. That's good. And I actually at the last minute, my other plans changed. And so I did get a chance to swing by for just a few minutes, but I unfortunately didn't cross paths with you there. But again, there was a lot of people there, which was nice to see, a very well attended event. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's see, next topic, downtown enhancements. So Sean, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to move this forward at all or get some feedback from anyone with the town on this?
I have not, and I think I just need a little help with that one. Just kind of, where to go, what to do, and kind of what we can do, I guess. I think I've told you guys the kind of random ideas and stuff I had, and just things I wanted to try out, and then don't really know where to go with them, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think anything, maybe piggybacking on Ewing's the work and the thoughts about crosswalk stuff? I know we talked about that in the past. Do we feel like that could potentially have some legs as maybe an area to focus?
Yeah, I think it could. I don't know if Ewan's got better information on that or anything, but I think it could. And I mean, what I shared a ways back was, I let someone know what I was doing, and it kind of every engineering roadblock possible was brought up, and so I think it's kind of last we've talked about it from there. So we've at least got contacts. So I think we could take that and go forward and do something with it, or at least maybe not come from a Gmail address, maybe come from someone in the town to say, or at least the public art committee to say, hey, here's what we're doing, help us versus stop us.
I think that there's so I actually printed out the core engineering specifications for crosswalks and told people they had to integrate that into it. And here, let me, I had it pulled up a second ago. Let me see if I can do it again. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's easy to work within those basic frameworks. I think it's just, in addition to what they have here, we can do artwork outside of that.
Right.
Many of the council members came by and visited during the I forget the name of the fair, but the Earth Fair or whatever we want to call it. And so it did open the dialogue to having a discussion, and several of them said that they're strongly in favor of it, and they've been to many other communities and seen it being done. I think I've taken some photos of some also in the so I've got a bunch sitting in my phone hiding somewhere.
I think anything you share would be awesome, would definitely be helpful. And then I guess if remember who you talked to or who said they were in favor, that'd be nice. And then on top of that, who I can reach out to that's not going to get a roadblock, or who I can, have reach out, in lieu of me, to be more of an official path forward versus again, a Gmail person reaching out.
I did talk to Brett, Audra, and the tree guy. What's that?
The Bay, BAA.
Brett, Audra, and
Terry?
It was Terry who
Terry?
I talked to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That
all
would
of
be
our
that.
Okay.
council members. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If
go ahead. Tom.
If it would be helpful, I can make an introduction.
Okay.
I would, if you want to draft up an email, send it my way. I am happy to make an introduction to a couple of different department heads and people that I think could at least get us sent on the right path. People that we've been talking to, but we just need to get it moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, just draft something up, send it to me, and I'll get it introductions.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. I'll find it. I think I sent it before, like the one I sent previously, but yeah, I'll see if I can write up something newer and send it back to you.
Okay.
I'd be interested in being on that thread as well.
Sure.
It might also kind of tie together some of the other discussions I've had with folks.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, we'll do.
That sounds great. Yeah, hopefully we can get a little traction. And the other person you can maybe include, I don't know if you were thinking perhaps Taylor, oh my gosh, the name's escaping me, the downtown coordinator name is Flake.
Oh, Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen. And maybe include her as well, because I know she's been a big advocate of that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. All right. Next one was from Taylor. Next two updates, actually. Next one was update on open positions that we have on our team.
Yep. So this was put on pause due to a lack of resources back in the month of April. And that was, it is going to be changing soon though, because of the new town clerk that will be coming in within the next few weeks. So we'll be getting that started. That being said, we do have some reappointments that do need to happen if they do want to happen. So that would be Ewan, if you do want to be a part of the Public Art Committee, you are more than welcome to apply again.
do we have a record of when I joined?
Yes, let's see.
That's asked on the form, and I got stopped. It's like I don't remember.
Okay,
a while
let's
back.
see here.
I don't think that's an appropriate answer.
Yeah. Do you know if you've reapplied? Because if not, this would be your first cycle. You would be 3 years.
Yeah, I think it's 3 years usually.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably it. Yeah.
2019.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I would put that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
myself and the town clerk that would see it. And I believe I just sent you the form. So the sooner the better if you are interested in coming back. And yeah, so we have a couple spaces that are open for the Public Art Committee that we'll be pulling from. We have done some email interviews for different candidates, and we do have some requirements where the member does have to live within the town of Apex, and so that's kind of where we're hitting some roadblocks, unless they're a professional in their field. And so defining what a professional in their field is a little tricky when it comes to art. And so I always try and see what that looks like. So if we have ideas, I know we have people that we know that are on that list, and I'm still exploring those avenues as well. So those have not stopped. It's just we had to put them on pause because of the lack of resources higher up. But now with the hiring of the new town clerk, we should be able to move those along a little bit further once they're in place.
Cool.
So that's where we're at with filling the open positions.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you.
Mhm.
Let's see. And then the next item was 150th anniversary project.
Okay, so this is also on hold, and that's because it's in the new fiscal year is when this money comes into play, which is July 1. So coming soon. So we don't have to wait too long for that either. I do have a planning meeting tomorrow. So we will be talking about various 150 things. 150th things, probably 150 things. You never know.
Mhm.
And I will also be bringing up the mural proposal that we have in our budget. But the actual project itself for our committee will be put on hold until the budget starts on July 1.
Okay. Just as an awareness that we know how long these things take to develop. So if there is something that the committee wants to do, just getting a call for artists out, getting that type of thing ready to roll takes a little time, right? So
Oh
the
yeah.
sooner the better, because a lot of that can be done without funding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Any questions, comments for Taylor on any of those things? Alrighty. One last item that I had on old business was transportation art. So Bethany, I know you'd been part of a meeting a while back. I don't know if there's been anything recently on this project, but if there is an
I was
update,
actually,
let us know.
I was actually just asking about this. The last thing I heard after the meeting, the transit meeting, which I think was in April, either beginning of April or end of March, they were talking about it. They were going back to work on a call. And then I was asking, I hadn't heard anything else about it. And I was actually asking Nick, who's on the transit committee, and he had said he thought that they didn't get the funding in the budget. But I haven't heard anything definitive other since that meeting. So I didn't know. I was trying to look at the budget and see if I saw it in there, but the budget document is a really large document. So I didn't know if it got held up or where that was. I didn't hear anything else from transit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, keep close to that. See if anything does break on that. I know when they did put the call together, they sent it over to us for input and review. We provided a number of comments and information. I spoke to them as well. So I feel like the call was pretty close to ready to go. But yeah, if there's no funding, there's no funding. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't
Okay.
heard anything since that meeting. So
sure. Okay.
I even was double checking, and he had said he thought they didn't get the funding for the project.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I might not have been on the email because maybe it got held up, but
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
double check with her and reach out. I didn't know if Taylor
Okay.
had heard either.
I had also not heard anything since that meeting.
Okay.
All righty. Okay. Well, that's the last of the old business. So new business, nothing listed specifically, but I'll open it up to the team. Is there any anything new anyone wants to raise or discuss here on the call with the team?
The last item that was discussed, does that include bus shelters? And
The,
It was
benches?
the actual
pavement
art-
artwork.
Yeah, it was pavement.
It was pavement, not shelters. Yeah.
Okay. Because I think that we're talking about some new bus options around town. I'd really love to get involved in the, maybe have something slightly different from the standard generic bus stop thing, but do something more like art. Similarly,
Yeah, that is part of
benches.
the plan. That is
Okay.
part of the plan for that. But
Okay.
separate from this project. But you're correct. They want to do that as well. The transportation committee.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe that's something that when you
So
do
we
engage with them, next, Bethany, maybe quiz them a little bit more on that to see if that's also held up or not, or if we could find out.
I believe
that would
those
be great.
projects are all going, but I think there's a lot of construction. I think from what I understood, is that your understanding, Taylor? There was a lot of construction and things that were still on the shelters. I don't think any big shelters were going to be constructed with this first Route 1 opening.
Yeah, I was under the same understanding.
They're still doing
okay.
construction and right of way and stuff on some of the places where the shelters are going to be.
It'd be nice to have the discussion with them and just say, whatever your budget ends up being per shelter, we would like to take that budget and then work with some other folks to try to increase that budget based on doing an RFP for some more artistic shelters, something like that.
Yeah, I believe that this was kind of looked at as the first step in the way to the artwork on the shelters. This was kind of like the precursor.
Okay, cool. And I had more like sculpture-oriented shelters in my head rather than artwork on a shelter. Is that?
I think they were mostly thinking about graphics and things that were removable or changeable, not necessarily permanent. I think because of longevity, and I think they were more thinking of graphics or things that could be changed over time. They're looking at maintenance and things that could be maybe not a hazard. I think sculpture could theoretically be a little bit of a, there's a lot of accessibility issues around those shelters.
Got it. Yeah.
All right. Any new business? Any other anything we want to bring on the list?
What's the
I
story
know
with?
construction.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I know Highline is being kind of the walls are coming down around the outside of that building. I know there was some talk about murals on that building, but I don't know how far away that probably is but they had talked about an exterior mural on the kind of facing Scratch, but I don't know. They're probably thinking a lot more about the build out of that building than they are thinking about murals, but it would be good to keep that in the back of our minds with getting more murals up around downtown.
Yeah, I had spoken to them, it's been a while ago, about that project and provided them with some contacts. But I hadn't followed up with them. So yeah, you're right. I don't know what's happening with that. So I'll make a note to follow up with them as well. Now, yeah, curious to see where that might stand. Hopefully you've seen down at the tap station, all the murals going on that building. And so Max is doing that project, and it's only just begun. The intent is to actually wrap the entire building. So that's going to be pretty,
awesome.
Pretty cool when that's complete. Any other new business?
Kind of forgot what I was going to ask.
Oh yeah, you did have something. Yeah, what's up?
Right. So I was in downtown Raleigh, and I guess downtown Raleigh has a lot of parklets now, and they've done quite a bit of art around the parklets. So it reminded me, aren't we getting rid of our downtown parking and doing stuff with that?
I believe it's a ways off. I think the plan for the downtown, as far as before the construction and the downtown plan gets enacted, I think they're going to open up for any of the people who want to have parklets, but I think as of now, I haven't heard of anybody deciding to do that.
And I believe it's in design right now, the streetscape. And so construction, I'm not sure the timing on construction though. It would be at least at earliest next year to start.
Got it.
Do we know if they're considering anything art-based, I guess, on the construction of it?
That's been part of the master plan for downtown from the get-go. But I don't know specifics on this part of the aspect of the design. If there's something specifically going in, I'm not sure. Okay. Any other new items? Well, all right then. So last thing we do just to get a motion to adjourn.
Well, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you. There's a first and a second.
I'll second.
I'll second that.
Second. All right. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very, very much. Really appreciate it. Again,
Okay.
hopefully we can be live next month, and also hopefully we'll have some painting going on or very close to starting anyway when we get together. All right. Thank
The
you all
COVID
very, very
test
much.
was negative, by the way.